The Lord is I shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pasture. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restored I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy, them who anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I venny. Now go dwell in the house of the Lord God Jah. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Where two and three meet in the name of the Most High Jah, and there so Jah there. If Jah never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. Same way, if Jah never watch upon them, same house will build for you. The watchman, I go watch it in vain. Joe. Yes, my name Blakk Rasta, and this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, in every traditional African home there is a Blakk Pot, and it's very significant to us as a people. It is a symbol of our nutrition. It's a symbol of togetherness. It's a symbol of mystery, that you go around, pick up different ingredients that taste all different, yet when they gather, they give us a taste that everybody accepts. What does that mean? We can have our differences, but we must agree to be different. Agree to disagree, yet be unified under one umbrella. The power of the Blakk Pot. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, we normally would not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the Blakk Pot. It's all about our people, our continent, our land. This is the show you've been waiting for. And we are live on Pan-African TV, Ghana's only Pan-African TV, Africa's only Pan-African TV, also live on Loud Silence TV. We are also live on Ghana Web TV, live on our own TV, the Black Empire TV. My brother, my sister, via the power of satellite, everybody watches us around the continent of Africa and beyond. We reach you in the comfort of your homes. That is why this show has become the #1 show on TV in Ghana and beyond. The show that does not do politics. What we do is called patriotism. My name, Blakk Rasta, and it's time now to talk. Today we have a number of issues to look at. We are going to begin with this. How many of us remember recently, in fact, just a few days back, less than a week ago, former President Mahama came out to tell the whole world that he was not being treated fairly and well by the government in power, the government that took over from his government. Remember, he went ahead to tell us that he was paying his own rent. At the same time, he didn't have an office. And he was also talking about the fact that he was paying for his own fuel. And the only money he got from the government was his pension. Many were those who came out and made so much noise. Many were those who said, hey, it's not true, he's lying. Some people even said he was a threat to the democracy of this country. My brother, my sister, we carry this story. And remember, we told you in that story that we don't trust this dirty government. It's a government of vindictiveness. It's a government that is ego bloated. It's a terrible government. And when we use these adjectives for this government, we have no regret. Watch the headlines. And this one is coming from Ghana Web. Watch it. It says what? Government working to give him an office. NPP Communications Director vindicates Mahama. Richard Ahiagba, Director of Communications of the New Patriotic Party. The director. Director. We're talking about the director. That's him. Richard Ahiagba has said what? Watch this. He says, has disclosed that government is putting in place efforts to get an office for former President John Dramani Mahama. His comments, my brother, my sister, made vindicated Mahama. Watch this. His comments on Accra-based City FM came hours after he had confirmed on Metro TV that he had documents to the effect that the state was taking care of the bills of an office Mr. Mahama currently uses at East Cantonment. At a press conference a day before September 15, Ahiagba dismissed Mahama's claims that he was not enjoying the full end of service benefits due him as a former head of state contained in Article 71 of the 1992 Constitution. The government of Ghana is working to give him an office. There is a conversation to get him an office. That's it. So you see, according to this story, this same guy, Director of Communications, at a press conference, in a knee-jerk reaction, came out, my brother, my sister, told the whole world that the former president was lying and that he was getting everything, his emoluments and everything. A day after, he comes with his tail between his legs, eating back his vomit, telling the whole world again, oh, actually, the government in power is working to give Mahama an office. And when you read it further, there's another headline. Yes, watch this. There is no proof government is paying Mahama's office accommodation. Watch this. And that's Randy Abbey. Good morning, Ghana show host Randy Abbey has spoken on the raging issue of whether or not government is paying for the office accommodation of former President John Dramani Mahama. Under pressure to share the evidence or payment he claimed to have, his response was that it was not immediately available on his phone. Randy then intervened. There is no document that proves that the office accommodation is paid by government. When Ahiagba tried to affirm his position, Randy stressed, maybe something else flashed your face. There is no document. I saw the document and I made a conscious decision not to circulate it. The MPP National Communications Officer stated. Watch these liars and thieves. Liars and thieves in government. If you have the document, this is the best time to reveal it. Is it a CIA document or an FBI document or KGB document? Are you waiting for WikiLeaks to come and leak this document? You see, the liar, according to the Akan proverb that I know, always tells you that his witness is abroad. Better still, his witness is dead. If you have the document, show it. But Nana Akufo-Addo is treading on very, very dangerous paths and grounds. The way you treat your predecessor, you shall taste the same treatment. You are older. Very soon you go into a third retirement. Because at 60 you are supposed to retire. Today you are 80 plus, about to hit 90. Yet your colleagues retired 30 years back. What is the importance of retirement? Retirement simply means that you are fired enough. So it's time to retire, to rest from all the work. But some people are rocks of ages. They never get old. When they are supposed to retire, after they refire, my brother, my sister, they look around and say, no, 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 no. We have to continue. Yet there's unemployment in the country. The youth in their droves are totally unemployed. Some are pseudo-employed. Some are underemployed. And the rest are just in between everything. Employment and unemployment. My brother, my sister, did you hear that? They are now working to give him an office. You claim you have evidence. Bring it out. If you guys can leak serious documents endangering the nation's security because of your dirty politics, this thing should be easy for you to show us. I would like to say again that, listen, the law must work. It doesn't matter whether it is your friend who is caught in the web of the law or not. They have to face the law squarely. It doesn't matter whether you like Mahama or Kufuor or not. What is due them, they must have that. That shows democracy and that shows wisdom. Any other thing is childishness and vindictiveness. Did I say more? I have a lot of things to talk about today. Dash it away. Let's deal with the next thing. Come along. The next thing I would like to look at very quickly, my brother, my sister, is this one that I've entitled Funeral Politricks. And I'm taking you to Zimbabwe immediately. The president of Zimbabwe is called Mnangagwa. That's him. He was the vice president to the great Robert Mugabe. Where Robert Mugabe stayed in power for too long. And we all were decrying that situation, that he needed to retire. He had done enough for his people. Reports coming out from Zimbabwe at that time said that Mugabe was ready to retire. He was going away. Unfortunately, he didn't get the opportunity to do that until he was removed in a palace coup d'etat, kicked out by his own people. Thankfully, those who kicked him out did not usurp power for themselves, as is done all over Africa. Military coup d'etat. Then some ignorant military leader comes and calls himself head of state and messes up the whole system. But they brought in his former vice president, who just a few weeks back had been sacked by Robert Mugabe himself, and he became president. And that is Mnangagwa. He's a man a lot of people love. I don't know if they still love him the way they loved him as a vice president. Many in Zimbabwe are saying that the country has moved from bad to worse. He's doing what he can to bring back the country on a solid footing. We pray for Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has taken a lot of punches from the world, especially from the West. In fact, sanction upon sanction. Zimbabwe survived that. I was in Zimbabwe personally, and that beautiful country was still united under Robert Mugabe. I do not know how it is right now. As an ambassador of tourism to that country, officially given to me by this same regime, Mnangagwa, Robert Mugabe, I would like to drive as many people as possible to visit the beautiful country of Zimbabwe. But I would have to be sure that they are safe. And I would have to be sure that the tenets and the virtues are kept. The standards are also kept. My brother, my sister, why am I giving you such a long intro? Remember that I told you that sanction upon sanction, Zimbabwe suffered that. Zimbabwe is still going through the sanctions. Are you aware? Recently, they introduced a gold coin, trying to bring back their economy and all that, which the whole world clapped for. But the Queen of England died. And the foreign minister of Zimbabwe, he's called Frederick Shava. That's him. In fact, there was a Watergate scandal about him, and they said he was behaving like a car dealer instead of, behaving like a minister of state. Now he is the foreign minister of Zimbabwe. He wrote a long letter to King Charles III. My God have mercy. And what did the letter say? He wanted Mnangagwa to be invited. After giving out their condolences, they were begging for a place at the funeral so Mnangagwa could also come along and show his sympathy. In fact, writing it on paper was not enough. He needed to be there personally to do that. So he was begging for a chance to be invited. This was the letter coming from the Buckingham Palace. I hope it's not true. I believe and pray that something else will come out after this. Read the letter. Dear Mr. Frederick Shava, thank you for your letter sent to us on behalf of the Zimbabwean President, Mr. Mnangagwa, and His Majesty Charles III. My brother, my sister, when you read it, it's a long letter, as you can see. All that is saying is that we thank you for showing your condolences and sympathies and asking that we give you a chance to come and attend this funeral. We are unable to give you the chance to come. The king still sees Zimbabwe as a persona non grata country. The king still sees Zimbabwe as a country that has been alienated. We agree that you said and applied to be part of the Commonwealth of Nations, but we have not considered that yet. So you are a persona non grata country. The sanctions leveled against you are still standing. For that matter, this regime and the previous one, we still have our eyes considering a few other things. In the interim, please stay back in Zimbabwe. Don't let your ghost or your shadow be even seen at the funeral of the Queen. That's the letter. My brother, my sister, African presidents are begging to go to the king's wife's funeral. They are all running around to go and catch a glimpse of the coffin. Magufuli died a few months back. I didn't see this furore. Such a great president. Fought so much for his people. But no. How many great African leaders pass on? And there's a furore around even Africa, not even Europe, crying to be part of the funeral. This is how much we hate ourselves, not each other. Each other is perfect. We hate ourselves. When Robert Mugabe died, there were presidents who were even invited from Africa to attend the funeral. They couldn't go. Those who even made it sent representatives. Today, the Queen of England is gone. The same Queen of England who knighted and denighted Robert Mugabe. And under whose regime your country has been leveled sanctions on. You want to go to the funeral so that you can beg and kiss us and be allowed to be part of the Commonwealth, and at the same time sanctions taken off you. It's a shame unto Africa. What is Africa doing about Zimbabwe's sanctions? One country, Ukraine, is at war, and the whole Africa is shaking. The whole world is shaking. Yet, one country called Zimbabwe has been leveled sanctions on, and Zimbabwe is suffering. The rest of Africa couldn't come together to support Zimbabwe. What's the importance of the African Union? Europeans are still controlling us. Americans are puppeting us. Asians are playing chess with us. What kind of a continent is this? Nobody is a brother's keeper. We die, nobody is at our funerals. When we are sick, they pretend they don't know. And when we have sanctions leveled against us, we run around to kiss us. I tell you more. In Ghana, 2 people have been invited. Number 1, the Ashanti King, Otumfuo. You all remember Otumfuo met with the Queen some years back. Otumfuo has been invited. Hey. Otumfuo receives official invitation to Queen Elizabeth's funeral. I am telling you, take it from me, even if it rains hailstone and fire, Otumfuo will pass through that hailstone and fire and go to this funeral. Hey! If it is said that if Otumfuo leaves Kumasi that day, there will be earthquake in Bomso, earthquake in Kejetia, thousands of people will die. Otumfuo will still live and go, because this is the most important funeral of the century. I'm speaking in parables. Nana Akufo-Addo has also been invited. Hey, Let Nana Akufo-Addo suffer a heart attack and they bring that big gas mask and cover his face with it. He will carry the gas mask and go to this funeral. Nothing will stop these two people from going to the funeral. This funeral is more important than the basic needs of Ghanaians. Some of them, my brother, my sister, the only thing that will stop them from going to this funeral is when the funeral is cancelled. Even with that, they would like to go and be sure that it's cancelled. How did the Queen amass this amount of power? It's simple. By colonizing us. By colonizing us. And neo-colonizing us. By enslaving us. Slave trade 1, slave trade 2. Atlantic slave trade 1, Atlantic slave trade 2. Then from that, colonialism, neo-colonialism, in the words of Kwame Nkrumah. Look at it. Coming from the British people. They are happy that Otumfuo will be attending, and these are the things Otumfuo will be doing. The invitee is His Majesty, the King of the Ashanti, and his spouse will be there. They will be at the laying in state ceremony, and then they would also be around some other side things. You can see 4 of them. My brother, my sister, if presidents in Africa are begging to be at this ceremony, then you should see what honor it is for Nana Akufo-Addo to be invited. If I was the British people, you know what I would have said? I would have said, Mr. President, you've flown around the world enough aimlessly. You have destroyed the purse of the Ghanaian people. So we will not give you another opportunity to derail the Ghanaian economy and squander the coffers of the Ghanaian people. Sit back. When the British cough, we catch cold. When they sneeze, there's an earthquake around us. My brother, my sister, let Nana Akufo-Addo die today. Let's see how many people will come to his funeral from across the world. Let Otumfuo die today. Let's see how many people. You think King Charles will come? You think the new Queen of England would come? If there ever is one. Put respect and value on yourselves. Brighten the corner where you find yourself. It's good to fraternize. It's good to be able to show condolence. But it is bad to put those things as your highest priorities when there are more important things that you can deal with. What is a funeral? Couldn't you have just written a long statement to show how much you are sorry that the Queen is gone, your condolences and all that, and that the Ghanaian people are solidarizing with the people of England? No. You want an invitation to derail the coffers of this country and go. Because England is not paying for any of these people to fly there, you know. I don't know if they're even accommodating them. I don't know. Whatever it is, we are still a colony. We are still an enslaved people, mentally and physically. When I arrive, I'll tell you something. I have not arrived yet. In the interim, my brother, my sister, I have a quote for you. It is not so important who has left us. What is important is that they have arrived at last. You know what that means? Stop crying that somebody has died. Be happy that the person lived after all. But can you say that about everybody? Somebody will die. And when you are about to cry, you realize that they have served their purpose. They have done so well. So instead of crying that they have left, you are only happy that they at least came into your lives. They did something positive. How about they didn't do anything at all? Think about it. Hey! Wayo! Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. I remember when my father was about to join his ancestors, he told us that do not cry, but be happy that it happened, that I came and did whatever I did. Let's think about it. Should we eulogize just anybody who dies? When people are with us, they must lead a certain life that is worthy of celebrating when they die. Or else, let's not even have funerals for them. Like Sir John, tens of thousands of people going to celebrate a common thief, an idiot, giving land to people forever. You see that the matter has become, mum is the word. It's quiet. That's how Ghana is. The issue comes out. Hey, 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 hey. All of a sudden, grrr. We are quiet. We are waiting for the next breaking news. We shout like mad dogs again, then wait for another set of breaking news. What happened to the Sir John issue? A common thief who was given a state burial. Can you believe this? Anyway, thanks so much to our sponsors. We appreciate you and we want to do business with you. All we want you to do is to support this show. It's a show that speaks the truth. The truth is always an orphan, stands alone. A lot of people do not like the truth. They want you to pamper them with lies. But we will brutalize them with the truth. Pick up our numbers on the screen. Send us a simple WhatsApp message or a WhatsApp call. It's for free. And talk to us. You want to advertise. We want to hear from you. When we advertise your product, you are heard all over Africa and beyond. The world over via the power of satellite and social media. You're on TV Africa, Loud Silence TV, Ghana Web TV, Black Empire TV. 4 different TV networks. Your advert is on all over Africa and beyond. Your business would have a lifeline. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Koko Show No More, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. All right. Here we are. Watch this. Ghana water to shut down over Galamsey. You remember Nkrabia Ifadate? A soldier man called me yesterday and said, don't call him Captain Retired. He said, what are the conditions under which he left the army? What are the laws pertaining to that? Can he still carry himself as a retired captain or a sacked captain or a chased away captain? I don't have the details, but I'll find out. You remember, he said Aisha Wang's issue, mining without license, dealing in minerals without license in Ghana is a small issue that the media just overhyped it. Such an idiot. And he's a lawyer. Well, Ghana Water is knocking at your door, Captain Ifadate. Captain retired or captain sacked or captain chased away. I don't know. Such an idiot. My brother, my sister, watch the headlines. Watch it. We will shut down operations if Galamsey makes water untreatable. And it's happening. Tell them the truth, sir. Typhoid is all over Ghana. Little babies are getting typhoid. Unborn babies are getting it. Mothers and fathers are getting it. It's the commonest disease now. Our so-called sachet water, they call it pure water in Ghana, is the opposite, impure. 3 weeks back, research showed that our sachet water in Ghana actually contains excreta. You know what excreta is? I'm just trying to escape from the raw word. I don't want to say feces. And it will be uncouth for me to say shit. So excreta. You are drinking water that you paid for. From next week, I am told it's now going to be half a cedi, 50 pesos, for a sachet of impure shit water. Typhoid all over. The problem is from the source. Hygiene has been thrown to the dogs. Ghana Water is shutting down. Read the story. Come along. Let's read it. Let's read it. Come. The Ghana Water Company Limited has warned that it could shut down operations in areas affected by Galamsey if the cost of treating water becomes economically unsustainable. The water producing company has been complaining for years, underline that, about the adverse effects of Galamsey on the raw materials and cost of production. But illegal mining continues to try to dash it away. Water is the single most important thing in life. They are going to shut down. And when they shut down, we will drink air. We will drink the money that we are getting from the Galamseyers. We will drink the gold. We will drink the diamond. My brother, my sister, come along. I am truly hurt. Water. When I first went to England, we were told that, when you go to places like, the black areas, my brother, my sister, they tell you, they are not drinking water from the tap. Why? Because it's coming from River Thames. And the Jamaicans nicknamed it shit water. So I made a song called Shit Water in the days. I don't even remember the lyrics of the song. I have so many different songs recorded. Overly gifted. To God be the glory. Not to praise myself. So we are drinking shit water. My brother, my sister, that's the reality. The amount of chemicals they are putting in the water to purify it. Now we are drinking chemicals and not water anymore. You know how it is when you take the original thing, you change it so much so that it now loses its originality and is something else. That's what we are drinking now. To God be the glory. Dash it away, make me deal with the next thing. Next thing I would like to look at, my brother, my sister, will come right after this. But watch it. I have a quiz question for you. Hey! Wayo!
My name is Waris, but all of you know me as Comedian Waris. I come from a home where cleanliness is not only next to godliness, but a must. We seldom fell ill, and we saved our doctor this headache. At an early age, my mother introduced us to our best gift ever, PJ's Acid Cleaner. PJ's Acid Cleaner kills 99% of all germs and keeps your WCs, marbles, tiles, and concrete floors sparkling new and clean. In fact, you don't need any extra muscle when it comes to PJ's Acid Cleaner. It has all the muscle. When my fiancée, Mamiya, first visited me, I almost lost her. She didn't believe I was single, lived alone, and without a house help. Yet my house had this great fragrance and was always clean. I had to reveal my secret, PJ's Acid Cleaner, my family's greatest gift.
For bulk purchases, please call 0244 624 526 or 0262 233 243.
Am I a sumo?
Yes, Mama Radi.
And you may a king cancer, no. You have my sister Paulina and a day after.
You may a king cancer, no. You better free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe! Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam!
Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsule, a drawing Tina Berwat Semi. Me ready, I mention glasses. Obroni Bessie, see clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsules, a full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby atwa, got Tina Tet Herbal Shop. Hey, now why? Tina Tet Hayan,
See clear!
Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. We do nail training here, we do braids training, we do wave caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
First of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress. Right, I do the whole. I've been doing this for many years, and so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art. That's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music. I do inspirational music. I do cultural music. I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like you need some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on that, you know, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so you're crippled, you know. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narratives that if a man is poor, he can't take care and that is not good. It's not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. You know, they just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, you know, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, the GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be the 16BARS M-as-in-Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me on, first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's. So that's Empress, which is DIANNA. So that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can also, you know, send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time it's the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And you know, keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, the GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Sorry. Oh, Doc. Yes, and you walk, Doc. I want to know why you did. We must why she after so do Tony ma no say the young kukru. So your stomach was said the young heartburn so say be ka ho. E dem kra ni meaning say the fear be force na you know I don't know.
Test results na try say when malaria won no moji.
Eh 3D.
Yes, malaria na ni yem no so we no here. Tinated stomach and na tinated malake. Fama no na no ho beto no.
Malake, anything I take to Mac, I'm on my free.
Tinatet Malake, Eyama Ubia Wenya malaria fever, and a Tinatet Tomac mixture, Eyama Ubia Wenya indigestion. Yen Shishemu Wenya malaria and Sana Wafa Edri. Not recommended for children below 12 years. Pregnant or lactating mothers should consult a doctor.
Go on, Skipper George. Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Show, where we speak truth to power, and my name, Blakk RASTA. Ghana, the gateway to Africa, gateway to Pan-Africanism. That's it. When you read Fela's book, Fela, The Beach of Life, he says it. Ghana, the land of Pan-Africanism. It's an open secret, right? But Ghana is losing it. Patriotism is gone. Pan-Africanism thrown to the dogs, replaced with tribalism, favoritism, nepotism, pluralism, tokenism, and all other isms and schisms, including nyafu didiism. Next thing I want to look at is this thing that I need to share with you. KAN-DAPAAH embarrassed again. The first embarrassment was when the security couple of this country, that's him, he's the Minister of National Security, and he went modeling in front of a prostitute's camera. Hey, the whole security couple went on a national assignment and he couldn't control his libido. My prayer is that when I reach their age, I should still have this strong libido. I don't know where they get it from. Nanado and the rest, hearing about Sewa Bruni around the age. At 87, you still have power. I really would have to ask them. Maybe there's a secret. So that when I reach that age, I can still have it. Embarrassment. Second embarrassment came in Kumasi. He went sitting down at the VVIP lounge as he's supposed to. And then when he was about to board the plane, one young man came up to him, one Bassett out, and told him, "Sir, I need to search you before you get on the plane." He was shocked. He searched him, and then right after the minister flew away, the little security boy was interdicted for embarrassing the minister. Why did he dare search the minister? Now more information is coming out. KAN-DAPAAH is embarrassed again for the third time. Watch this. KAN-DAPAAH surprised by GACL, that's Ghana Airport Company Limited, management's decision to interdict security officer who searched him. And what's the story saying? I just give you tidbits. He therefore asked the company to overturn the security guard's interdiction. Last Monday, an official from the Ghana airports came to my office to apologize. And I did explain that there was no need for an apology because there was no disrespect towards me by the officer. Listen to this, that there was no disrespect towards him. He told the Fourth Estate. But this is the part that negates what he's saying. But in an interview with the Fourth Estate, Mr. KAN-DAPAAH expressed surprise about the extent to which GACL went to discipline the security officer. And listen to him in his own words. "I spent over 40 minutes at the waiting room and he did not ask to screen me. However, just before I was about to board and in the full glare of so many people, he demanded to search me. There was absolutely no disrespect." So, where's your point? It means you are harboring something. You are not happy about something. Let's face the truth. You claim that you sat down for 40 solid minutes. The gentleman didn't come to search you. And when you were about to board the plane, he now came in the full glare of everybody to search you. Why? Others can be searched in public and others should not. How do you even know that when you were in that room, they were not allowed to come in there because you are the gods, the demigods of the country? VVIP. Nobody dares come there to search you. And the little security boy told himself, "Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait. When he comes out of the room, or the rest of them, I will search them." We should rather be clapping for this guy. KAN-DAPAAH says, "Oh, no disrespect, absolutely. Oh, they went too far." But this is the case you are lamenting. That for 40 minutes you were sitting down there, nobody came to search you. Ask again. You are a security couple. Are the security people allowed to come there and search people? Are they? Why should I search you in a room and go out? If somebody brings you another thing whilst I'm away, how would I know? I will wait when we are about to climb the plane. Then I will search you. If you sit in the plane, let Angel Gabriel bring you whatever it is. I mean, security, the security office, security couple minister talking. I'm not a security person. But this is work. Doesn't make sense. He says he was in a room, VVIP, where we have seen a lot of public figures smuggling things from out of our country to the white man's country, and they got nabbed and embarrassed all of us. So-called VVIP launch. How did it happen? Because people don't search them. They are bigger than God. Nobody's supposed to search them. So the young man said, I will wait. When they come out, I'll search them. I'm doing my work. And when they started coming out, he searched them. Can they also tell us if there were other people in the VVIP lounge? Did the security guys search all of them? Are they not human beings? They should search them before they sit in the plane. Before boarding, they have to be searched just before they go there. There shouldn't be a problem. You can be searched 50 times. As long as we hurt you and keep our security good, it's better. That's it. I will let me deal with the next thing. Next thing I would like to look at, my brother, my sister, is the dollarization of the economy. There's a statement out there. Look at the headlines. What are the headlines saying? That right now when you go to any place in Ghana and they ask you to pay in dollars, report. Watch it. Report companies that price in dollars. Of course, this is the right thing to be done. We all know that, right? When I go to America and I have my CDs and I walk into any shop and I say, oh, I want to buy ice cream. I have 200 Ghana's CDs. I will be lucky if they only laugh at me and give me 5 slaps and let me go. They will call the police on me. I am disrespecting their country's legal tender. The Ghana cedi is not a legal tender in Britain. You know what it means to say legal tender? Yes, legal tender. It's legally supported that when I give it out, the value that is embossed and enshrined on that note and in the note should be giving me value in other things that I want. The Ghana cedi is no legal tender outside Ghana. But in our country, the American dollar is more legal tender than even the Ghana cedi. True? Even little babies born today, when you give them cedis, give them American dollars, quickly they take and they keep quiet. True? But the interesting twist to this whole thing is this. Read. The head of financial stability of the Bank of Ghana, BOG, Dr. Joseph France, has a Ghanaian who is called France. Interesting. Jesus. And he's happy. He's walking around. He's called France. There's another guy called Britain. Yeah? There's another person who's walking around and is called Germany. Mansa Germany. Hey. Look at the guy who is talking. That we must make sure that Ghana cedi is used in Ghana. You are in Ghana, you are carrying the name of France. Look at this guy. Joseph France. Look at who is talking. He's making sense, but his name is not making sense. You want us to Ghanaianize the country, right? We should use the Ghana cedi. National heritage. But this is the boss of the BOG, Bank of Ghana, and his name is France. Well, Let me look at the content of the thing. He has called on Ghanaians to report individuals and companies that price their products and services in dollars. According to him, whereas some companies are permitted to directly deal with foreign exchange due to they being net earners of foreign exchange, like mining companies and oil and gas companies, etc., etc., most companies are not permitted to do so. He said the companies and individuals who price their products in dollars, underline it, without explicit permission from the Bank of Ghana are in contravention of the Foreign Exchange Act and must be dealt with. Dollars. How about pound? Chinese yen. Is it yen? No, Japanese yen, Chinese yuan, and all the other ones. Those ones there, they are okay, right? Because your attention is on the dollar. It looks like you have a personal vendetta against the dollar, right? My brother, under no circumstances should any foreign currency be legal tender in this country. That is if you want to have respect for your currency. I went to Holland the other day and I was holding dollar. Because for me, the dollar is the most popular. Traveling to Holland for the first time, I carried dollar. And when I went there, looking at me like a zombie, I had to go to the foreign exchange bureau, Forex bureau, yes. And when I got in there, they priced it lower. I regret it. I never made that mistake again. But the dollar is even more valuable in Ghana than in America, its own home. This is the best thing we should be doing. Hotels are charging in dollars. Your budget is even read in dollars. Oh, we built 7 million kilometers of road and it cost us $7 trillion. And then we also built the foundation of the cathedral, which cost us $1 billion. Please, leave the talk. Leave the talk and stop this joke. Dash it away. Next thing I would like to look at. Aisha Huang again. Is that the last one? Aisha Huang again. Who is Aisha Huang? This face has become so popular, not famous, in Ghana. One, she has a Ghanaian husband who is a businessman in Kumasi. She has a sex shop in Kumasi and Hunjo, and it's also a massage parlor. At the same time, it is a beauty shop. Hey, she has equipment in Ghana for Galamsey. Hey, she has so much gold. Now we are hearing a new thing. Watch it. Aisha Huang is an MPP financier, NDC alleges. Where we saw pictures of her and Mahmoud Baumia at an event where Baumia was holding, was it a pot or a bowl? I don't know what he was collecting from the people, including some other Chinese people. And it's alleged that Aisha Wang even donated pickups to the NPP for campaign. And this man, Otokono, is the one alleging that, oh, Charlie, this woman is a financier of the NPP. When you read it, there it is. There it is. Is it true? Is it a lie? My brother, my sister is interested. Bring the other shot. Releasing Aisha Wang's alleged sex tapes will be a crime. Is it an interesting thing? And who is talking? Charles Bisu. Who is he? Charles Bisu is saying that, oh, the sex tapes that she has, it will not be nice to release them because it will be a crime. So whatever it is, they should keep it. Who is in those sex tapes? If Aisha Wang wants to crash this country, she doesn't need a chemical weapon. If Aisha Wang wants to crash this country, she doesn't need a tsunami. If Aisha Wang wants to crash this country, it's in between her legs. The weapon she has in between her legs is bigger and greater than anti-ballistic missiles. Who is in those tapes? Don't be surprised, it is the big man himself. Do not be surprised that the former big man himself is even inside. Because these are people who have proven to Ghanaians that their libidos are so high. They can't control their libido. Let's speak truth to power. This is what Charles Bisu is saying. Aisha Wang was left off the hook 3 times under NDC. So why is it that NDC had a romance with Aisha Wang? NPP has come to have romance. So it means that whatever sex tapes are there would have these 2 entities. Their prayer is that don't ever release it. The day those tapes will be released, it will be wicked. So what point is Charles Bisu making? Oh, if Mahama's time they released him 3 times, this one is nothing. Ally? Well, my name Blakk Rasta. And I'll say thank you. Watch this. Well, I got this screenshot. It says, news in. Aisha Wang was granted indefinite residence permit to operate as a Galamsey by John Mahama on the 18th of March, 2015. Permanent, indefinite residence permit to operate as a Galamsey. Can we see the documents? The courts are supposed to show us the documents. So I'm asking you, can we see those documents? Let's see them. He's not just talking. Show us the documents. So that we'll be able to grab whoever we are supposed to grab and squeeze them. My name is Blakk Rasta. Come along. I appreciate you and I love you. I'm about to leave. I want to say thank you. And still, the truth is an orphan. It stands alone. Be friends and parents to the truth. Support the show. Bring your product. Let us be that lifeline to your staggering business line. We promise you that it's going to be big. Talk to us. Our numbers are on the screen. And I would like to say, hi, how are you doing, Uncle Musa? Today he called us all the way from the US. And then he said, Blakk Rasta, I like your show. You are great. You are doing so much for Ghana. But I don't like the way you pronounce patriotism. You say patriotism. The word is patriotism. He's an old man. So I say, yeah, I do understand. In Ghana, sometimes we get so Ghanaianized. Patriotism, and we are gone. But of course, it's a patriot, not a patriot. So patriotism. So today I decided that I will not say patriotism anymore. I have moved away from Ghana. Now I am a Koti Brofo. Patriotism. So we don't do politics. What we do here is patriotism. My name, Blakk Rasta. Hey! Wayo!